This episode is brought to you by TaxAct. Don't do your taxes alone. Join TaxAct's National Admin Night. Admin nights are social gatherings for getting through your to-do list. So get ready for a night of fun, finding deductions, and filing taxes with TaxAct, where you can file your federal and state return for just $49 through April 8. Let's get together and get them over with. Visit taxact.com/admin-night for details.
This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up, you stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I'm gonna turn my fan on for a second because I'm like, it's a little warm, alright? But no, anyways, I wanted to talk on these two DrDisrespect videos that I posted. I wouldn't say it's a big amount of hate. It's one of those things where I guess maybe if he catches wind of it, DrDisrespect, then it probably will, be a little bit of hate, being shared towards me. But, overall though, I feel like that it would be kind of good for me and stuff to, I guess, get into it with DrDisrespect. He is a big content creator. I'm a small creator. I think a lot of people already don't like him. So if he were to make a video about me or talk about me, I think it would be more of a shout out. Like, yeah, I would have to deal with his fans. And that's the part that just trips me out. Like, there are people that are really writing for this guy. And I'm like, it just overall shows me that you guys is just as weird as he is. Because I feel like I kind of just jumped the gun. Like, I ain't really tell you guys about who DrDisrespect is. Some of you guys might have seen his content. You might have seen memes and stuff of him and stuff. But anyways, to explain DrDisrespect, he is a gaming content creator. Been around for a while. I feel like that I feel like I might have started noticing him maybe around the time of when the pandemic had started. It might have even been before that. I don't know. He's been around for a while. So, but no, at one point in time, he was streaming regularly on Twitch, and then out of nowhere, he just randomly got banned. Nobody didn't know why he got banned. He wasn't coming out talking about why he got banned. Nobody at Twitch wasn't coming out and talking about why he got banned. He just randomly got banned. So a lot of people were confused. But it was like, hey, and I just even remember when I was seeing it, and I'm like, bruh, and that's the thing, like when you jump to conclusions, you think that, Twitch is just being weird and stuff. But I'm like, man, you think about it now, and it's like you really had to have done something crazy in order to get banned from Twitch. And then they just act like that your existence is just, it's not there. Like, you don't exist on Twitch no more. So, but it's like, you ain't like, if you made history, if you did all these different things for Twitch, they're like, hey, look, none of that matters. If you done did some crazy stuff, they most likely gonna hit you. They hit him with a permanent ban. It wasn't like no 7-day, 30-day, 1 year. No, they banned him for years. And I believe his channel is still banned till this day. Hold on for a second. Let me, see real quick. Twitch channel. Nope, you don't. Oh, you see somebody doing I think it's a live stream of his stream, but no, overall though, you cannot find his stream. They still got his channel banned, and I don't think it's ever going to get brought back up, his channel. So, but anyways, for the longest, nobody didn't know why he got banned. And then it was, I think maybe it might have been some layoffs at Twitch, or it might have just been one person that had left. But either way, regardless, somebody did leave Twitch. Somebody that worked for the website, they left Twitch. And I think they either did a live stream or they did it somewhere where they were kind of just doing a tell-all of all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. So somebody must have asked them, what do you know about the DrDisrespect situation? And that's when the person came out and said that he was having inappropriate conversations with a minor. And then, then it finally all the pieces, they come together, and then you see the puzzle, and it's 100% completion. And it's like, wow, we were defending this guy and we were rocking with them and all this other stuff, and now it's like, we know what we were defending. It was like, because he wasn't coming out and talking about it. And it's like, okay, you have to, I guess, like, being Dr. Disrespect in a situation like that, you have to talk about it. You can't just be like, oh, I don't know why Twitch banned me and stuff. You got to sit down and think about all the different things that you have done on Twitch. Because I remember my first streams all the way up to the last few streams that I did. First few streams that I did on Twitch was of me playing video games. Last few streams that I did on Twitch, it was me playing video games. So and that's the thing. I'm not having no crazy conversations. I'm not being weird. None of that stuff. So I ain't got nothing to hide. If Twitch was all like, hey, we're gonna put all your public or your messages public, all right, you just gonna see me telling people, hey, I made them an edit for their Twitch channel, or what else, or just, I think I don't really be talking with people, because I knew they do have like that whole whisper chat feature, but I'm like, I mainly talk with, like, I guess any streamers and stuff. I mainly talk with them either through Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Other than that, I'm like, I think the last time I used the Twitch whispers, it might have been to go and send a message to a friend of mine's. Yeah, it was actually in the beginning of this year. It was telling a friend of mine's Happy New Year. Other than that, it was like, I don't be having, I guess if they was all like, oh, those messages is gonna get leaked out. All right. I mean, it's I think the whole message, without even looking at it, was me sending them a Twitch clip, like, because I do that for some of my friends. I'll make like Twitch clip compilations for them and stuff, and then just leave it at that and things. But yeah, I was like, because there wasn't no way of reaching out to them. I don't even think they're on social media like that. So, but anyways, if you ain't did nothing wrong, you don't have nothing to hide. Pretty much the point that I'm trying to make. So he was hiding. He wasn't trying to tell nobody nothing. And then he went over to YouTube and started streaming and doing content on there. But yeah, once when that information got leaked out, Dr. Disrespect had got canceled. So time went by, there would be like some conversations about Dr. Disrespect here and there. But recently he has been kind of like in the content creating news, where he's trying to make it seem like that he's associated with somebody, or maybe a video game or a group, whatever. And they're having to come out and say, like, we don't have no association whatsoever with Dr. Disrespect. We don't know what he's talking about. So, no, there have been quite a few different videos coming out about him, just pretty much, making fun of him, how he's carrying on and stuff. And then, then there was this one video I did watch. I think it was uploaded by this creator named West Jet. Hold on for a second. Let me go back to my main channel and see. But, people were, like, upset, so I reacted to this video. Hold on for a second. I feel like it'll be a little bit easier to, look up his name rather than trying to go, because I uploaded a lot of different videos since then. So no, that's not it. Dang, whatever. I know for, okay, hold on, friend. Maybe if I add like the period in the middle of it and stuff. Nope, that ain't it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of scrolling, so bear with me, people. But anyways, but no, overall though, I reacted to the video. I pretty much have been saying what I've been saying when it came down to talking about Dr. Disrespect. Is this it? Yep, that's it. It was a video titled Dr. Disrespect. Oh, it's not. There ain't no space in between. Okay, so I realized my mistake. But anyways, no, overall though, the video is titled Dr. Disrespect Situation Just Got Worse. And and it was just pretty much just talking. It's kind of, the video is pretty much like a summary of what's been going on after his cancellation. So anyways, react to the video, say what I needed to say. I pretty much don't stand by Dr. Disrespect. If I have any videos up of him, I'm taking them down. I don't listen to his music no more. Yeah, I'm not going to be associated with somebody that's out here having an inappropriate conversation with a minor. And I don't even think he took the time to try to pretty much like clear his name. He didn't try to prove his innocence. So that even gives me more so of a reason not to support Dr. Disrespect. And what's crazy is that by me saying that upset his fans. And I'm thinking to myself, how is me saying that I don't support DrDisrespect, how is that ruining his career? He already ruined his career. So what, I guess the question I would really like an answer to is, what effect am I having on DrDisrespect's career? How is it offensive if I do a video saying that I don't? Because there's a lot of people that don't support DrDisrespect. If that's the case, that video that came out about him would have been done differently. But no, overall, it's people saying they don't support DrDisrespect. What's wrong with that? That's what I would like to know. So yeah, anyways, I overall do this reaction video. People got mad. They were overall, coming after me because I, pretty much was saying that, yeah, I don't rock with DrDisrespect no more. And then, and it's things like that where I'm like, it just shows me that his fans are 10 times weirder than he is, because like I said, DrDisrespect ain't tried to clear his name. He ain't tried to prove, because I wonder if there's a way. I don't even know if you can sign it. I think Twitch is changing their rules to where it's like you will get banned from Twitch, but you would still have like your account and all that stuff. You just won't be able to live stream. You'll be able to, I think, join people's streams, but you won't be able to live stream. So if there is ever a time where he can leak out those messages or put the messages out, he definitely should do that, to, I guess, prove all of the people wrong that's been saying that, yeah, that's the thing is this, though, that's how it was worded. He could have at any given point in time proved his name or proved his innocence. So it's like, fam, to me, I'm confused. I don't understand, I guess in a situation like that, if you ask me, I'm gonna do any and everything that I can to clear my name so people ain't hating on me, so that's why I'm like, I don't understand. But it's like, you gotta ask that question too. Why are you having an inappropriate conversation with a minor? And that's the thing where it was like, so when the whole situation had went down, like when it got out, the info got out that he was having an inappropriate conversation with a minor, he was trying to make it seem like that it wasn't like that. It wasn't like he was trying to get sexual favors out of this minor and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so how about this? Even if that ain't the conversation, do you think whatever conversation that you did have with that minor, do you think you'll be able to have that same conversation with them in front of their parents? Or how about this? I think DrDisrespect, I think he is a parent. How would you feel if whatever you said to that minor was said to your kid by a full-grown adult? And DrDisrespect, he ain't like no 20-something year old. No, he's like 40-something years old. Hold on for a second. Let me see how old he is. He is 44 years old. So it's like, fam, my thing is this, right? There's nothing wrong with talking to your fans on the internet. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But when the conversations start getting inappropriate, that's when it becomes a problem. It don't matter what you're talking about. It doesn't matter what the conversation is. It's going to be a problem. Always. So that's why I'm like, it tripped me out where his fans, they're coming after me. And I'm like, you're going after the wrong guy. And even just talking to his fans, how would that make you feel if an adult was having an inappropriate conversation with your kid? You going to feel a certain way about that. You ain't going to be all like, oh, well, because I'm a fan of this creator, if it's a choice between my kid and whoever this content creator is, I'm going to choose the content creator because I'm a fan of them. I've known them longer. I've been subscribed to them since they had 100-something, 1,000 subscribers. And it's people like that where I'm like, okay, then if that's the case, you shouldn't have no kids. Put your kids up for adoption because, yeah, you ain't gonna do right by them if you just gonna allow adults to take advantage of them and stuff. So even if the conversation is like, oh, well, and that's the funny thing is that the way his fans are defending him, they're making it seem like that they've seen the conversation. And I'm like, you guys don't even know what the conversation is. All we know is based off of what that former Twitch worker said. And they said it was an inappropriate conversation with a minor. And my thing is this, if it was that bad to where they've permanently banned him from the web, or if he had this conversation with this minor and it got to the point where Twitch had to have banned him permanently, it had to have been a pretty bad conversation. So that's why, and I think even when he came out and did some, I think it was like an apology tweet, and he had to like change up what he said and things. And it's like, yeah, bro, if you're having to do all of that, if you're having to come out with apology tweets and, pretty much, yeah, bro, it's one of those things where it's like, you did something wrong. So that's why it really trips me out that his fans are like, they're coming after me for pretty much just speaking my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to lie to people and say, oh, I support DrDisrespect, or I'm not going to change what I say because you guys don't like it. Fam, if you don't like it, then that's on you. No, and the funny thing is is that you already know what the video is going to be about, so why even click on the video anyways? Like, that's what I would like to know. It's like, you know that the video ain't gonna be no supportive video towards Dr. Disrespect. So it's like, but that's the thing too. There are so many people where it's like they might not do what I did and did a whole video about it and stuff, but there are a lot of people out there that don't support Dr. Disrespect. What are you going to do with that information? Because if you're going to be like, oh, I can't do nothing about it, then it's like, okay, then you shouldn't be coming to my channel getting upset with me because I said something about Dr. Disrespect. You don't know Dr. Disrespect. He don't know you. What are you defending him for? I can understand maybe if Dr. Disrespect is your brother, your cousin, your uncle, somebody that you know of, like you have some sort of relations with him. If the only relation that you have with him is that you click the subscribe button or follow button, depending on whatever platform you're on, fam, that no. You are not in the place to be defending this guy when it's literally the whole internet that don't like Dr. Disrespect right now. Yeah, he might have his small little corner of fans and stuff, but at the same time, you don't see people really collaborate. I'm trying to hold on for a second. Maybe people are collaborating with him. I don't know, but let's open up his YouTube channel. Let's open up his Twitter account, Instagram, TikTok. Let's see what else he has going on. Rumble. Yeah, he created Rumble. Rumble is a website where it's like you go there when you got banned from YouTube also. So let's see what he got going on. Last time he uploaded a video was of him playing Crimson Desert. Does he even play multiplayer games? I remember he used to be playing like he'll be playing them by himself because he is playing Fall Guys in one of the videos. But it looks like, yeah, he's just mainly been playing he has been, like, he did play Arc Raiders, but it's like, yeah, he ain't really collaborating with people. Usually when you collaborate somebody, you have them in the thumbnail and stuff, and it's just pretty much just videos of himself. Let's see, maybe in the short videos. Let's see what, nope, it's just more and more videos of just him, like, ain't no collaboration and stuff. Alright, let's go to live streams, or in the live section. Yep, pretty much the same thing. I'm like, I'm not seeing him collaborate with anybody, so it's like, okay, he ain't collaborating with people on YouTube. He's not collaborating with people. I don't know why it's like, okay, if he ain't collaborating with people on YouTube, then yeah, he definitely ain't gonna be, collaborating or doing any things with people on Twitter. But let's see, he's still got like some people that's following him and stuff. I think it's one of those things though where it's like it's people that are either he might have promoted their game, or they're cool with him on the low, or they followed him and they didn't realize that they unfollowed him and or they haven't unfollowed him. But yeah, he is a parent, and that's why I'm all like, yeah, my thing is this. If there is ever a time, I guess, where me and Dr. Disrespect, if our paths cross and he sees the videos that I done uploaded, he hears the this podcast episode and he has a problem with what I had said, I'm like, okay, my thing is this. Just answer this. How would you feel if the conversation that you had with that minor was the same conversation somebody had with your daughter? You most likely gonna feel a certain way about that. But anyways, Instagram. Yeah, he ain't really doing any things with people on Instagram. What else? TikTok, he ain't doing any things with people on TikTok. Rumble, he ain't doing nothing. It ain't even like the canceled content creators is doing anything. Usually you see when canceled content creators, they kind of all stick together and they be doing stuff, and it's like you ain't even seeing that with him. You just pretty much seeing a man playing video games and doing things by himself. Like, the only thing that he could provide to the table is his character. Other than that, it's like, yeah, bro, people ain't really, and I guarantee and I promise you, and that's probably the only reason why people still support him is for his character, who he portrays on the internet. But get rid of that, maybe he might still have supporters, but if not, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I just don't, I don't know. Like, overall, I guess if I had to have like a final few words to say about Dr. Disrespect, because I am going to end this episode here soon, he was somebody that was a good content. He was a good content creator at some point in time. But when you look at what I guess overall had happened, sorry if you guys are hearing any background noises, but if you look at what overall, I guess happened, him getting this permanent ban, he had to have done something extremely bad in order for him to get a permanent ban. So anyways, yeah, I'm like, you ain't gonna change my mind. It's funny because I remember when I did the second video, and then pretty much doubling down on what I said. And I'm like, look, if you guys have a problem with what I said, then I'm like, oh, I must be saying something right, pretty much. That's how I look at it. So, but yeah, you know, you just got people out there where it's like, oh no, I'm gonna be a Dr. Disrespect fan for the rest of my life. Yeah, you ain't gonna. My thing is this: the day you have kids, you'll probably understand at some point. And if you do have kids and you still defending Dr. Disrespect, give your kids away. Go send them to an adoption agency or something. But it's like, you're not a fit parent, okay? So anyways, and this is coming from somebody that ain't even got kids, but my thing is this: if I have kids, you really gotta look at what's morally right, you know, for somebody, for that minor, and for them to go through something. It might have not been traumatic, but it's still gonna be something that they think about. And it's like, fam, you gotta sit down and think about it. Would you want your kid to go through that? And then me just answering that question right now, no. I wouldn't want my kids to go through anything that's, whether it is traumatic or not traumatic. I don't want them to go through none of that stuff, period. So it's one of those things where, yeah, if a adult is having an inappropriate conversation with my kid, I'm gonna nip that all right then and there. I'm like, hey, you don't know my kid like that, all right? You go have a conversation like that with your kid or whatever. But it's like, and if you are like, oh no, that's a weird conversation to have, so why do you think it's okay to have that conversation with my kid? Yeah, I'm like, go somewhere with that. So, but anyways, yeah, like I said, maybe one day when they have kids, they'll understand. And yeah, but like I said in the video, the last video, I still stand by what I said. Y'all ain't changed my mind. Y'all ain't convinced me of nothing. You guys can dislike, leave hate comments, all this other stuff. Most likely the comments is gonna get deleted, and the dislikes ain't even gonna matter. So if you want to defend Dr. Disrespect, fine, go ahead and defend them. Do videos, do podcast episodes, do TikToks, all that stuff. I just don't want to be involved, all right? Because I just feel like people, they would try to, you know, find or seek a reason to try to start some stuff with me. And I'm like, no, if you want to defend him without, attaching my name to it, all right? But if you do, it's just going to get ignored. I'm not trying to go through no drama with nobody. I ain't trying to, no. I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I guess, sit down and think about this podcast episode before you want to start arguing with people and stuff, all right? So, but anyways, because I just feel like that, by me doing this, then there's going to be some people out there that are going to be acting like hypocrites, and then at some point in time, I guess, when I think because I'm kind of just going based off of other situations, people would get upset with me talking badly about Dr. Disrespect, and then they turn around and do the same thing themselves, and it's like, okay, the person that you're talking, and it'll be on some stuff like that too, where it's like the person that they're talking badly about, they ain't even do nothing crazy to the extent of what Dr. Disrespect did. So it's like, how are you gonna go after me for talking about somebody, but then it's okay for you to do it? So if that's how you gonna be thinking, it's like, yeah, bro, don't even respond to this podcast episode, just going about your business, all right? So this is for the people that come here to listen to TMossBoss. They ain't come here for your comments, all right? So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.